приветики. Так, сейчас я проверю, чи мене слышно или нет, потому что у мене були гості з утра пораньше і могли вже щось і наклацати на цих наушниках. Так, ща. А ну-ка. Ага, все есть, отлично, чудесно. Так, стоп, а сколько осталось-то дней до конца 19? Ну, в принципе, 500 тысяч мы еще так не потратили. Мы же идем альхатайма типа делать или якпа, я сейчас не могу понять. Мы вроде бы радин сделали вчера. А, и мы альхатайма сделали, да. 25 тысяч, понятно. Так, тут 12. Сегодня у нас тем более подземелье для альхатаймщика, поэтому сейчас мы и проверим. Ага, 5 штук есть. Чудесно. Так, ага. Спочатку сюда, потом уже підемо дивитися, что за задание есть у фонтейне. Еще одно возьмем. Сегодня вечером я еще похожу на это подземелье хотя бы пару раз. Типа я работаю, посмотрим, короче. Я, возможно, даже сейчас это схожу 2 раза, пока я буду играть, как бы. 2 раза, ага. А я можу, в принципе, да, 2 раза сходить на это подземелье, расплюнуть просто. Ща, так. Именно зависит от этого вся фигня.
You can run, but you can't hide. You can't run. Propagate. Judgment. Let's light it up. You're mine. Riptide. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Так, чудесно, наконец-то.
Scatter! Let's light it up! Yeah! Propagate!
Ну-ка. Смотрим, потому що наступний раз тільки в п'ятницю я зможу зайти, отримати хоч якісь нагороди. Ага. Ну, хоча б 3 книжечки вже хорошо. Вроді би як там 3, а не 2. Угу. Такс. А, у мене ще будильник може заробити, я рано встала. Ага, ой. Так, все. Такс. А, стоп. І не ж до цієї башеньки. Так, і ще один разок хочу. Угу. Угу. Угу.
No time to lose.
You can't run!
Так, и сейчас сделать разворот и поворот или нет?
Lights out!
You can run, but you can't hide. You're mine.
Everybody stand back! Scatter! Let's light it up! Judgment! Propagate! Germinate!
Riptide.
Let's light it up! You can't run! Yeah! Going in! Shiver! Propagate!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Scatter! Let's light it up!
You're mine.
Так, все, ага. Так, ну... Ага. Так, ща. Ну, сейчас иду в фонтейн, подождите-ка. Так, все, продолжаем. У фонтейн, значит, нам надо все. Так, мы тут. Так, ага. Ладно. Угу. Так, стоп. А ничего нету смесей. Таблет в смысле миссии. Отлично. Так, а что доступно? Угу.
You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than...
Так. Не, у нас тут время есть, так что, в принципе, 700. Ну, это означает то, что здесь просто нам дадут 60. Блин, я хочу попробовать, если же нет, тогда как бы... Тогда мы не будем вот так вот. Хотя мне сейчас есть задание, кейс хочется выполнить. Нужно было изначально задание от все выполнить, а таки потом ходить по вот этим подземельям и всем прочим.
Hey, traveler. Thanks again. Sure, no problem.
Так. Так. Ага. Ну. А. Блин. Да блин. Мне сложно так. Мне вот really сложно было. Фух, сложно. Ой, зато нежно. Типа, подождите-ка. Ща. Так. А в кого я повинна там сыграть, как бы,
This
кого?
place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill.
Ща, потому что я, насколько помню, там типа есть где-то миссия, что 2 нежно в великолепном фокусе и борьбе. Великолепный фокус.
Hey, traveler. Thanks again. Sure. Nope.
Так. Так, ща. Я готова. Так. Ага. Угу. Так. Ага. Так. Ах. Так, ага. Все. Фух. И борьба, насколько я знаю. Я же хочу пить, ну что поделать. Тут есть пауза. Отлично. Фух. Угу. Боже, як сложно. Так. Да, блин. Там, блин, сложно как. Так. Так. Фух, нежно. Все, теперь точно все. Оп. Да, тут можно было бы получать чудеса, все прочего, но как бы время еще есть, если надо, я получу, так уж и быть. Получаем. Получите билеты на тур многоцветие 1000. Понятно. Это у мене вже дублікат буде йти, окей. Так, все. Так. Ого. Нічого себе. Аж до наступного левела вот так вот проскочить. Типа до 25-го аж. Ну и давайте сделаем гору. Так будет удобней. Так, ну вроде бы все. Угу. Так, а я не подивилась, скільки в мене вже камней стопка. Якась таки нас обиралась за вот это, то, что мы тут уже прошли события, вот це все. Тут осталось 9 часов. О, 2500. Скільки же это я, получается, куплю? 15. Понятно. я можу купити от так от. І от так от. Я даже, ну, не знаю. Типа 75 на 4. Короче, дофига. Угу. Ні, там обіцяли другие баннери, які я точно виб'ю. Там є, типа, якийсь баннер. Я так поняла, что это обновление будет, скорее за все, послезавтра, потому что каждое обновление, оно идет по четвергам, типа, или сейчас подобное. Не, давайте посмотрим. Я сейчас, возможно, даже и найду, где эти миссии взять. Где она? Ага. Смотрим, с днем рождения, запоздалое возвращение. Ну, давайте хотя бы вот уже задание. Катерпиллера, в смысле? А, серьезно? Окончание квестов в похоне 1 и 2. Ага. Ага. На распутье. Так, ага, ось то, что я и казала. Так, стоп. В смысле? Такой с распутья. В смысле так? По следам нарцисса выполните задание мира на цветочном лугу. Окончание квестов похоне 1 и 2. Что за квесты? Так это... возможно, мы эту погоню не прошли. Ща. Ось, скажите. Угу. Не показує нічого тут ніяких. А я не помню, я проходила или нет. Це вот теж под вопросом. Или там ми тут шукали... А, так ми шукали страниці, наскільки я зрозуміла, так що нормально. На цветочном луху. На цветочном луху. Вот, я так поняла, на это мы не можем. Типа як...
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Я вообще не допоняла, типа, як так. Значит, походу, не сделанная миссия, типа, якась. Возможно, не до конца мы прошли еще вот эту всю миссию. Тоді я просто не знаю. Так. Так, ага. Оди гармонії, пройдя квест язви скорбної судьбы. Далее дождитесь наступления следующего реального дня. Затем возвратитесь к статуе Гидрохонта, расположенной на острове Петрикор в районе Настойя. Сейчас посмотрим. Да, тут есть миссия. Так. Угу. Угу. Так. Угу. Так. Ага. Угу. Ага. Угу. Угу. Так. Угу.
Tidal wave. Yeah, za. Ja, yeah, za. Yeah, ja, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Leaving so soon. Shouldn't let your guard down. Ha, ja, za, ja, yeah, za.
Run from death.
Угу. Угу. Такс. Угу. 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 Все. Миссия выполнена. По идее, даже так. Мы теперь сможем пойти забрать как бы репутацию. И спокойной душою. Так, ну там 1500, 1500. Ага. Не, наступные баннеры точно я буду крутить. Я посмотрю, типа, что там выпадет мне. Такс. Все. А, еще одну миссию выполнить. Я думала, что уже все, а тут надо бы... А ну-ка, мечты. Что сильнее? является заданием Миха Фонтейна, в ходе которого отправится Петриков вместе с Харси и Лутуном. Здесь вам придется собрать фонограф. И, ага. Вся его жизнь. Ода Харсии. Бля. Не все так просто. Короче, в чем весь прикол? Отправляемся сюда. Сейчас вы узнаете просто, в чем весь прикол. Тут, короче, 2 миссии, по идее, надо выполнить. И возможно, что одна из них это сумерский квест Ода Харси, подарок совместимости. Сейчас я тут заберу на ходу.
Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Ну все, можно топать теперь тут, да? По идее. Это выход. Да, это выход. А нам туда. Мы сейчас посмотрим, если что, мы выполняем эту миссию. Нам бы хотя бы, чтобы дали от камней стока, типа, как можно больше. Так что, возможно, я не сразу буду крутить эти баннеры. Не сразу. Мне еще понадобится много там насобирать. Может, якийсь будет ивент какой-то, и я получу больше, типа, як. Вот и оно. Ода Харсии, подарок совместимости. Листья которых разворачиваются в Лиюе. Ага. Далеко в сумеру, пройдя мировой квест, приключения требует мужества. Совершите ежедневное поручение. Это при этом и сумеру, по идее. Так. Я поняла. Я сумела. Я нечаянно нажала, подумаешь. Так. Ща. Это вот здесь, там где поручения. Скоріше за все, сумеру. Ага. Да, это в Сумеру, так что нам надо в Сумеру. Такс, ага. Я зрозуміла, я не пройду так, чтобы сразу все. Тоді я предлагаю пройти задание легенд Арлекина. По идее, как бы. А, так, стоп. Маскарад виновных — это 5 глава 4 тома. А, все, я понял, это немножко не то. Ну ладно, тогда ждем Сумеру. Угу. Угу. Ну.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows them!
Over here. To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the...
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be...
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay...
Oh, are Lynette and Frem...
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more...
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... On second thought, maybe we don't need to know? It's all proper.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly get... As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more... As for the issue at hand, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain...
What sort of...
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of...
A phantom child?
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the... So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able... If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests.
Of course, Father.
Mm-hmm.
It has long been a dream of mine to... You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking. If you're willing, why don't you...
All right. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. Let's go. I'll take...
Такс.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit.
Awesome, thanks!
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, with this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure.
Okay, well, there are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating, but now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how.
Well, you're more than welcome to.
Такс. А ну-ка, ну-ка. Ага.
Linny, you're finally here. The supplies.
Brought them with me? Yep. Hello? Something?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to.
Oh, it's all right! Gotta say, of course! Father and Linny have.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain. I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff. Oh, we don't need something like that. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just, huh? Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your end, I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before.
Wait, when you said gifts, I didn't think you meant. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of some.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes, you don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more.
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something.
Well, we'll talk to you.
All right, see you later.
Bye!
Ну, зато нам откроется босс еще один.
Lenny, about all that poison.
Scared you, did it? When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child, and Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions.
Такс.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you.
Oh, you're the famous duo. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places.
Of course! We're making our way.
Oh.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running?
Oh, this is the first.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden. After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a
Maybe I...
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to...
I heard that.
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others.
Yeah. I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back.
Guess this is goodbye then.
Well, that's it for the supply.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going... You're right. We're only... Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead.
Так.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far? Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine? What are you doing?
Fremine! Nice to see...
You too.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water, and some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm...
I thought I'd...
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. You're like... Tell me what's going on.
Maybe it'll be...
This is the first...
Just a...
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are...
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth. Just like you. You can call me Claire.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet. Does that name ring any bell?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our... She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing...
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long?
About...
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any...
I've thought it through. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison that night. While I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices. It's happened many times in the house.
So what you're saying is, that was...
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have... But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father.
Come with me. There are a couple...
Those two sure care. Well, they got a funny way. No way. They have a really deep bond. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
I'm sorry, Linny.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I...
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood.
Linny...
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, you and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you.
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between... Oh, it's raining. Hey, you two! Hope we are... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine.
Everything...
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through...
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
What are you getting at?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes, I... just... Thank you. I was real...
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, that means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here.
I've tried that.
And?
And... nothing. I tried... She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seemed...
I don't know much about spirit.
Let's see here. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between...
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3.
Я, кажется, вспомнила, кто это такая девочка. Я помню, я находила комиксы, манги, типа, як пов'язані з історией, как бы. Опа. Опа. Такая ледет, такая хопа.
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
Опа. Опа.
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You 3, traveler. And you...
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she... I heard you talking about your plan, rather than steering clear of the situation. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father.
You're not giving us much wiggle. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After, there's no time to lose.
I'm full. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even.
That's right. Based on... Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good...
Does she know that she...
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer.
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
Sure. Oh, another new...
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Heart?
Huh? Isn't it the knave brings you here and then you can't leave?
It's just that... your name...
The roster? Oh, I get the people in charge. They're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster. In this house, some people are family and other people are just test subjects. Wait, does that mean...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy. Perry. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this... Maybe we should try a different approach.
What?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and you're...
To where the sun can find... That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and... Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she said.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you into... Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll... Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to... If the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get... You too. Okay, this is where we...
Так.
I really hope this goes well.
Вот какое, значит, это задание. Я поняла. Так, найти слуху. Ну, кажется, все как обычно. Я поняла.
I could get used to this.
Ага, она там с кем-то общается, по идее. Child? Он живой? Реально, он живой? Неожиданно. Ну, то есть, имею в виду то, что его ж там забрал и типа...
Child! Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Font.
What sort of unfinished business are...
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, All I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must—
Oh, okay, so...
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence...
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to—
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting...
The worst of it, it's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezh...
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth.
Well, right! We're super close to Linny and...
Is that so? Introductions have already been...
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a...
Good question.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to...
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was...
Well, if there's nothing...
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me.
Wait.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say.
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far... Oh, based on your reaction...
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then...
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect. The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies.
Good. Like I said.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so... friendly.
They were that high stakes?
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tony, just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
Вот, теперь я поняла. О.
Well, would you look at the time? Traveler, Paimon? I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Again, maybe this is a conversation.
All right. Well, thanks for...
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis.
I like the sound of that. Well...
We should probably get going too.
Oh? You want me to...
Oh,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please, forgive.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went. How did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... Well, we could always try... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went...
Good. I've got the list.
Really? Well, what are we waiting? Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, l'endroit...
Так. Ландуа, Лапорт, Жембель.
Oh, yikes. That Aurore guy has a huge...
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received.
Did he...
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where... It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but...
Wait, so that means...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the... Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything? Fremine.
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help...
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know that...
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But as members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of...
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father...
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. I can't say for sure.
You think she's been inciting them to...
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children.
And they just believed all that?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were...
This is all because of
Whoa, hold on a sec. What's this Project Stooja all about?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working... Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis...
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
key role is just another way of saying Dane. Father thinks so too, but it's just that...
Okay, super...
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything... But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later...
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone, is she? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. Look! Look over there! Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
Yeah.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was... Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless Please, help us get on the same page here, Claire. Sure. Although, after you... Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. But you're saying the knave did all... It's just... That doesn't seem like something she would do. I knew you wouldn't. Everyone thinks she's a good person. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? Also, Paimon's getting us... It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to... Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to... She looks so young. But it's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look at Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna... But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. I should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do? had an
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran it. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain... We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do...
Secret experiment? Could that be what...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of...
Alright, that's good to hear. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't... It's just that... It doesn't seem like the easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but... Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on... Lynette, you're with me. Fremen...
Ага, он де вона стоїть. Мы были в каких-то руинах, так что, возможно, вона отправится в руины, в яких мы будем с ней сражаться.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit... Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able... So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I get... Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on
Us? Distract you?
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatened. Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want...
Toys well. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same...
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh. Are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel so...
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able... As for Filion and Toy and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape...
But that's...
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose if Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I could. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such...
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things. It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette, I must say. I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this...
I understand your request. However...
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to... A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows... Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean. But I would...
Did you?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among...
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's...
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to...
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine, and, unless absolutely necessary, I will...
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe...
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how... Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure, sir...
You choose your words carefully indeed.
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do...
Indeed. I trust you would not...
All right, Traveler Paimon.
Такс. Ага. Вот как значит. Ага.
talking? Paimon only heard you mention some.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on too.
Oh, shoot. Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well, let me make it up.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you.
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy.
Actually, why? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the... That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious.
Wait, why are you being so...
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive some... Wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay, sounds normal enough, but...
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Ага. Под лучами сонця. Ага. Оце, мабуть... Стоп. А куди нам? Стоп. Ай, далеко. Так, идем. У нас времени, в принципе, так как я рано утром начала играть, то у нас времени дофига, я так скажу. А почему красным показываю? В смысле? Так нам эта территория не открыта, типа отца, что сбоку. Окей. Нас дуже далеко отнесло, типа, опа, там якась башня. А мы там уже були, кажется, по идее. Да, это здесь где-то эта башня. Да, это вот та, что мы бачили. Так, свод руины.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened here. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events...
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of...
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous...
So those were the experiments Clairvy... You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped there may have been a certain naivete to her ideas. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would...
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere... It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then precisely. Death was the only way. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess.
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the moment she acted. Any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now, after I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt, and that is where the story ends.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence... You see, A certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind, of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like...
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about...
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable, but other times she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the... Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter, your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple, but no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them.
Is this really what you want to do?
Опа, я почула її голос.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Офигеть.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow, well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends...
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that... Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about... but I still failed. I couldn't find...
Huh? Are you...
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Так, и против кого? И что же?
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share...
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants, Filial. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want... Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about...
I did not! You're lying!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all... We're birds locked in a cage. The only way...
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo... Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dress?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case.
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened, but that's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings,
A lot of the things you talk... You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it?
Filial, Nantoy, I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, if this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Faults, we...
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of...
All those who betray the house.
And so it shall be.
Mm-hmm.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did. Does it really... We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to... But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look... I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules. So please, Father...
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you... I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot... However, given the extent of your determination,
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a...
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient...
Impossible. Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really... If they lose, those people from the house are... Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes...
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong? Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our... All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less. And you may just...
Ага. Я думала, буде, типа, якась темна, типа, арена. То есть, не на улице, как бы. Дуже дивно тоді. Дуже. Я выберу 60-й левел по возможности, хотя это даже не дают и выбора нам. Опа. Мы ж не это...
How amusing.
Ого. Вот это 90-й левел. Так.
is even stronger than I expected.
With these rising flames.
Ага, ой.
Is it my turn now?
Так, ща. Мені треба тут підкріпитись їжею. Ну, хоча б защитку кинемо.
Getting here. Is it my turn now? Light it up.
Riptide.
With these rising flames.
Так. Ага, я встигла уйти.
Is it my turn now?
No time to lose.
With the fall of dark, now's our chance. Destruction shall rise.
Так.
Have a taste of purgatory.
Ага.
Father is even stronger than I expected.
My turn.
Так, що ви говорите?
Scatter! I'm going in!
Так.
Propagate!
Look out!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Is it my turn now?
Ага. Він типа, вона как бы легкий.
Trapped like a bunch
Ой.
of helpless ants.
Ой-ой-ой.
Is it my turn?
Ща, надо воскрешать.
Scatter! You can't run! Everybody over here! Let's light it up!
А ну-ка, ну-ка. Що вона хоче? Опа. А, це, наверное, він і є оцей костер. Огонь, точніше. Фантомний. Пепель, пожирающий двух миров. И як мне ее одолеть таким образом? На минутку скажите, серьезно?
My blade is all that remains.
Scatter! Shiver!
Ща. Блин.
No time to lose.
Ща, блин. Это насколько же долго я буду с ней так сражаться.
Now's our chance.
Over here!
Опа.
No time to lose.
Ага.
You can't run!
Так, и что же?
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. You struggle in vain.
Ага.
Propagate! Germinate!
You can run. Can't hide.
Так.
Judgment!
Now's our chance.
Over here!
Так. Но это мы таки с помощью этих типа ребят помогали. я к нам хп тут хотя бы не так критично. Ой-ой-ой. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Так. Ща. Что, все или я или что? А, вот оно.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Ну, опа. Остановила, окей.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Это что еще за гифка?
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Опа.
A crimson moon. I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Так. И что будет с теми детьми? Вопросы. Ты не думаешь, что она их убьет? Не думаю. Як вона там и сказала, если прошлая мать как бы могла убить, как бы, то это, ну, как бы... Тем более вы видели этого человека и с шрамом. Типа, скоріше за все, вона просто відпустила, або стерла даже пам'ять, скоріше за все, яким-то образом. Вот такий вот і був експеримент.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to... Brother...
Lenny...
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment
No!
I never thought things...
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of the... Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super...
Wonderful. Then...
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain... Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten every... In other words, administering this concoction will kill the Memory is a mysterious thing indeed.
So, you're just letting...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die. And our secrets will die.
Even so, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Philip. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes...
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them... Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, thank you for all you've done for the house.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lemmy.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Ну вот как-то так. А ну-ка.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Wait, did I somehow travel?
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's not speechless. Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If
Мне
you're a
показало
harbinger now,
просто...
Perry,
Да, я
that
знаю,
means Mother is
капец,
gone,
капец,
isn't
полный
she?
капец.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her.
You never stopped trying to defy... At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often... Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown... But you called on everyone to unite. To fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibine. For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really warm, but somehow, I still think I understand. If I could do it all over again...
Is that so? Even now. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children... It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal... Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only...
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing... house. I guess I do have one regret, though.
Як долго?
I still haven't seen the outside
Если ты имеешь в
world.
виду по времени сейчас именно, или ты имеешь в виду в сумме вообще? Вот тут видно какая-то часть уже видео, то есть это 650-я часть просто времени. І є деякі часті, які я добавляла. Вони йдуть по цифрі, типа той же, то есть это уже по сути 670 или 690 частей точно есть, короче.
You know, playing the lute while singing. Ah, that's where Mora comes. If I had some Mora, it's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she Those yokai you mentioned. What are they? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on it. Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep. I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lesson, but at the academia, I bet you could. I'm just. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime. Oh no! Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super. How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information.
Такс.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
Yes, nice.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy.
What the?
She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish.
I also have certain sentiments left on. I wanted to tell her, but
Я
shadows,
можу,
whatever
в принципе,
regrets.
сейчас пока закончить. А ну-ка, ну-ка.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have...
And you?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life.
I just... never understood what...
You're brave, talented. You would do anything to protect them.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it. I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is... We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to... Even without that strength...
Father...
No one knows what the future... If reaching a certain strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be...
I understand.
Head is not an easy...
You've done so much for me, Father. And that kindness must be repaid. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and as for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment, no matter how arduous the journey ahead.
Ну что ж, еще не. Я думала, что уже все закончилось. А тут на тебе. По следам ветра, стратегия, 12 дней. Ага. А что это? Типа получено скрытых монет. Секретные приемы. Это типа хованки, типа снова прятки какие-то. Ага. Заменяет обычную атаку. Элементарный навык. Полет звезды заменяет срыв стихии. Тобто можно убежать. Ну ладно. Тогда на этом я, пожалуй, буду, как сказать, заканчивать. Но сегодня, возможно, я еще зайду в игру. Так что не волнуемся. Всем до скорой встречи. Всем пока-пока.